Hello, this is Zollar Tarot. My name is Laura. I am a professional fine artist and a reader. So welcome all humans and non-humans. And what I do is a little bit unique. I meditate on an image, which I've started here already, and I draw that during the time I'm also reading your cards. Now, you probably are here because there's something in here for you. If there's not, there are other readings and other readers. But I'm going to go ahead and share what I saw, and we'll see what the cards say about that as well. So let's get going. So what I saw, and I'm going to keep developing this as we go, I saw this sort of like circus or carnival off in the distance, and you know, with all the roller coasters, things like that, the little tents. And it was almost like there was like a long path or walk. See, there's a path here up to this area where this is where I was viewing it from for the collective. So what I saw was like, it was almost like there was this, it had a tablecloth on it, like a, you know, like on a, if you're fine dining or something like that. And I was sitting at this sort of table, and there was this large goblet, and it was filled with, I'm not sure what kind of liquid, but obviously it was like something like wine or, you know, something celebratory. Maybe it was champagne, I don't know. I don't remember actually drinking it, but it was there waiting for me to drink it as I was watching this carnival or this circus off in the distance. So let's pull 3 cards on what this is. It's almost like it was a feeling of pulling back and being at peace. If in case you're wondering, I wear gloves because it protects my art. So, okay, let's see what we have. Let's see what we have. Okay. Okay, well that makes sense. 7 of Swords. In case you're wondering, this is the Light Seers deck, one of my favorite decks. Okay. Interesting. Wow, okay, so it's starting to look like there definitely was some drama that you're having to get away from, or you removed yourself from, because see, you're removed from the circus. And it reminds me of that, you know, really overused saying now, not my monkeys, not my circus. Maybe I have that flipped, I don't know. But that's kind of what it reminds me of. It's just like, whatever happened now is no longer your problem, or you're just watching it from a distance. So perhaps you pulled back from things like social media, stuff like that. Yeah, okay, now I see. Excuse me. Okay. I'm going to get clarifiers on these cards, but I can tell you right now this is what you have. 7 of Swords, the Tower, and the Magician. These 2 are major arcanas, which means that something big happened, right? Something important. But we'll start with the 7 of Swords. The 7 of Swords card here, it's about, it has several meanings, but one of them is that someone violated you or something was violating and they got away with something. Or it could also mean you getting away from something that no longer works, taking what you can and going, right? So, but see, there's this, what's standing out for me here is this moonlight. This moon is shining down, and it's revealing all. So whatever this person is doing, it's, you know, it's apparent, it's obvious, sneaking away. So if we tie it back into this drawing here, you're seeing all this, you know, this circusy. And when I think of a circus, I think of, some people think of fun, but and I suppose that could be fun if you like a lot of drama and stuff, but in this case, I'm almost seeing it as like a crazy, kind of nutty, drama-filled thing. And so getting away from the drama sometimes means like getting away from certain toxic people, because this is a card about toxicity, and actually so is this. But also removing yourself enough so that you can get a new perspective. Because when you're right in the middle of the carnival, right in the middle of the circus, sometimes it's hard to see what's really going on, because you get so caught up in the drama and the fun, or the excitement, or the anxiety. Like, you know, say you're on a roller coaster, right? Here's a roller coaster. Yeah, when you're on the roller coaster, you may have a higher perspective here, but really what you're concerned about is, oh my God, I'm going down this, you know, rapid hill. And some people find that really fun, but usually people are just like swallowing their lunch. So sorry about that. All right. And then the tower, that's a big change. That's a big, you see the butterflies in here, and butterflies been coming up a lot. I have another reading coming up with butterflies. And to me, because there's a squirrel here, squirrel always indicates, you know, someone who has a short attention span. But this thing that happened with the lightning hitting this tower has made changes, and butterflies are all about transformation and change, right? So your foundation, something about your foundation has been uprooted, or it has been shocked, or it has been greatly transformed by a sudden event. Right. So and then again, that would be understandable. It would be understandable that you would want to pull away from the drama, the circus, right? And the magician is about having all of your resources available, being able to pull it all together to manifest something. It's a very powerful card. It's tapping into your divine power, your infinite power, and being able to focus in on what you want to get it, to manifest it. So it's almost like something had to be cleared away, you had to pull back to get clarity, which is what's going on here with this, you know, this goblet. So let's get clarification on Seven of Swords. Clarification on Seven of Swords, please. Yeah. Working away. That's the Three of Pentacles. Let's get some more clarification on the Seven of Swords, please. Something shifted in your work, maybe? And the sun. The light again is shining on something, making it obvious, making it clear, something about your work. And let's get clarification on the Tower, please. That flipped over right as there's another tower. Oh my goodness. But I'm going to put that back. Okay. Something big. Something big. If it hasn't happened already, something big's coming. Now, it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just a big change. Oh, okay. Judgment. So this is like finding your calling. So all of a sudden something shifted, perhaps, and you found your calling. But you had to get the perspective to do it. You had to pull away from whatever was like shocking, right? Can I have more clarification on the Tower, please? All right, and so this is like Five of Swords is about, sometimes that can be abusive relationships. That also can be winning at all costs, or overcoming something difficult, like some kind of contentious situation, relationship. I almost feel like you're walking away from something that's no good for you anymore. You're really shining the light on it. You've been working really hard, and perhaps it was like a partnership or something that, you know, that you had that you no longer works out. This could be a love situation, or it could be a literal like business relationship of some sort of collaboration. Maybe if it is social media or something like that. And I haven't gotten the cards yet to reinforce that message yet, but it could be that you just have to break away from some sort of like toxic pattern, something that no longer works for you. Can I get clarification on the Magician, please? The Hermit. The Hermit's about like going inside of yourself, looking inside, taking some time to go within, to meditate, to really look at things more clearly. But also the Hermit is about being a guiding light. See, he's holding the lantern. So whatever choices you're making with regard to what you're manifesting, what you're making happen, other people are watching. It does make a difference. Even if you feel like you're by yourself and you're having to walk this path alone, everything, you're not alone. People are watching. They're relying upon you in a way. They're going to be looking up to you as a guide, so to speak. Okay. Yeah, so sometimes when we pull away from, you know, I'm just going to put some atmosphere in here. When we're pulling away, having our goblet of celebratory liquid, wine or something like that, you know, it helps us get clear on what's important to us, and we can actually enjoy a nice peaceful moment. So like this running, getting away from the things that, getting away from having to work so hard, getting away from, see how these people are almost like they're judging this person or something like that, watching. Normally this card in other decks, people are working together, but in this case, I don't really see it in this deck. It's like more of a, they're like watching, almost in awe or something. So, and I wasn't sure, but there almost seemed like there was a body of water between, like this is almost like a body of water between your perspective here and this circus. See this tent? Little flags. Yeah, it's really fun to watch from a distance. All right, can I have more clarification on the magician, please? Interesting. Wheel of Fortune, that's success, good luck, a completion of a cycle, completion of a phase of your life. So you see clearly somehow by getting distance what it is you need to complete. And if you haven't done that yet, I suggest you take a break. So just carve out some time for yourself to really get perspective, to go be the hermit, you know, to complete this cycle of whatever doesn't work anymore, you know, whatever caused this tower, this transformation that needed to happen. Let me pull some oracle cards. Let's see what we have here. Okay. This is the Sacred Traveler Oracle card deck. Voyage of the Heart. Love flows through you and to you. Again, we have the moon, and we have the water here. Can I have another look, please? Uncovering treasure, that's nice. Dragons have been coming up for me a lot. I don't know about you. And so see, there's this dragon in this treasure chest. It says, beneath the surface lies great bounty. So somehow you found, like, it's almost like you got in touch with yourself again, your heart. And that makes sense here because cups, see, you got this beautiful goblet. Cups, especially in the tarot, represent love and emotions, right? So somehow you've been finding your true self, and perhaps it's a self-love. In loving yourself, you're able to access more of your personal power, and that would lead to going beneath the surface lies great bounty would mean finding the treasures inside and underneath, which would tie in with this hermit. So yeah, okay, so like very, very strongly I'm getting you need to pull back and get perspective if you haven't done this already, if you're not already doing it. Take some time. You know, if you could take a day to yourself or a week. I know you're probably very, very busy, but if you can, because, you know, you got the work card here, take the time to get some perspective and pull back. It's nice to watch the circus from a distance, right? Sometimes it's nice not to have to be in the middle of all that, you know, drama and all people's stuff going on. I have found that it really is very helpful to have disconnected from most social media. I really only post occasionally or do things like that anymore, and I don't get involved with the politics or anything. And it's actually helped give me more peace of mind, because 95%, 99% of that stuff probably is just nonsense. You know, it's just propaganda. So why do we need to like have that take up all of our mind space and our emotions? We don't need to do that all the time. you know, you can always go back to it. It'll always be there. And if there's something really important, you'll find out. You'll hear about it. So just, you know, take some time to block things out. You don't have to answer your phone all the time. You don't have to like return every text. You don't have to do that. And if you're concerned about people being upset, just say, look, I'm just taking some time for myself right now for meditative purposes. I mean, who could argue with that? This is what you're doing. You need to pull back and get perspective. I'll pull one more from this oracle deck, and then we're going to get another deck out. Journey by moonlight. Moon, 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 moon. There's moon everywhere. So maybe some of this stuff's happening during like the new or the full moon. Those are definitely more powerful times for manifestation, right? With a magician. Believe in magic. Believe in your ability to manifest things. Also, you know, allow yourself to not be so hardcore rational all the time. Allow your mind to drift. You know, daydreaming is healthy, in my opinion. That accesses your creativity. And then you can start thinking about or feeling into what really makes you happy. You know, outside of all the propaganda, outside of what everybody else wants. It doesn't need to always, those things don't need to always dictate who you are or what you are. So have some fun, delight in magical thinking for a little while. You don't have to just always do it all the time, but just do it for a little while. Daydream, have some fun. You know, think about dragons are possible. You know, fairies are possible. Whatever it takes. So just to have some fun in your mind and pull back, right? So those are beautiful oracle cards. I'm going to pull from this deck, the Magical Moments or Mystical Moments deck. I think this is what it's called. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful deck that verges on fine art, even though it is graphic design. So let's see what it has to say. This is an actual tarot. This one. The Lovers. Lovers is about partnerships. See, there are the butterflies again. See that? Lovers, about partnerships. It could actually be romantic love. So it could be that you're wanting some love, or you're involved with somebody. And it could be that, well, you've got love here too. Love flows through you and to you. So perhaps this is about love too. Perhaps you've been working so hard you haven't been seeing the love around you. Perhaps you needed to pull away to get some perspective on what love really means to you, how that really feels. I'm going to pull another one from this deck. Ace of Cups. Again, okay. So as a clarifier, I look at all these butterflies. Butterflies. Okay, my next reading is the butterfly image I got. Anyway, again, butterflies are about transformation and change, but it's also about becoming who you truly are. If you think about the process of the butterfly going from the caterpillar to the chrysalis or the cocoon, right? And then breaking free from that and becoming the butterfly. It's a process. And you had the calling card, what was it? It was, yeah, Judgment, finding your calling. This all seems to point to that, like you're becoming something greater. You are allowing yourself to pull back so that you can see a bigger perspective of what you really want. And Ace of Cups to me always talks about self-love. So before you can really be healthy in a relationship with another person, you have to be good with yourself. So you have to appreciate yourself, love yourself, respect yourself, do nice things for yourself, speak nicely to yourself. If your inner talk is toxic, you're going to attract toxic people. You know, you're going to attract people who steal from you, take from you, run away from you, abandon you, treat you badly, outrage you, violate you in some way, because, you know, he's carrying this knife. See? You see that? And this crow here is outraged, right? So if you want to not have people like that in your life, or you don't want your experiences to be like that, self-love is very important, the way you speak to yourself. Instead of saying to yourself, God, I'm so stupid, instead say something like, wow, that was a great lesson that I learned, and I am smart enough to take that lesson and do something with it and do better. I respect myself, and I'm going to try something different this time. Or I'm going to try it in I'm going to look at it in a different perspective this time. And in doing that, you're speaking nicely to yourself. I love myself. I'm a great person. I try hard. I work hard, et cetera, et cetera. Whatever that is to you. We're to pull one more card from this deck. Clarification, please. Knight of Wands, that's passion. This is a message of passion coming in. So, okay, if you were to tie this into love, self-love, love with another, and everything, this is someone who is going to kind of jump through a hoop of fire and bring you a message, and it's a message of passion. Finding your own passion will bring people to you who also are passionate, right? The world reflects how you are to yourself. The world will reflect how you see yourself. You can watch the circus from a distance. You don't always need to be part of this circus. You don't always need to be on the Ferris wheel. You don't always need to be down here eating crappy food that's bad for you, like cotton candy or, corn dogs or whatever, stuff you shouldn't be eating. Right? You don't need to be around all these other people who are going through their dramas of toxicity, who are there to either get a thrill because they don't feel anything, or who just like excitement, which is fine. It's good if you want to be in the circuits, that's fine. But it's not the same as pulling back and getting a new look at things and enjoying your cup. I will flesh this drawing out more and include it in the video later. Right now it's still very, very rough. It's just a rough idea. But I wanted you to at least get an idea of what the image was that was coming through at your table here. Enjoying your cup. So, maybe you'll be able to add another cup to this, and it won't just be one cup. It'll be 2 cups, and then you'll have your lovers, right? You can start seeing that's developing there. Maybe I should look up what a Ferris wheel looks like. This is just from the image that I received in my meditation, right? Okay. And so I'm going to pull a couple more cards, and then we're going to wrap up this reading. I'm going to see if there's anything else we need to know. Okay. Very strong messages of self-love, making a change, moving towards your passion and your calling. Very much about bringing more quality people in, or at least people who match your own vibration. Believe in magic. Believe in magic is really standing out. It's almost like you need to have more access to your imagination as well. All right, let's see. Can I have clarification on the Ace of Cups, please? Yeah, okay. So the Queen of Cups, it's Cups again. The Queen of Cups, she's very intuitive. She's very, she feels deeply. She's nurturing. She's very beautiful, kind. So be kind to yourself. Trust in your intuition. It's a very intuitive card. It's almost like a psychic card. Let's see what else. Can I have clarification on the lovers, please? Completion of a cycle, the world, again. Well, we had the Wheel of Fortune earlier, but this is the world, which is a completion of a cycle. So this is success. So it looks like, if you're in a relationship or you're working on a relationship of some sort, that it's going to be successful as long as you do the inner work of loving yourself and speaking kindly to yourself. Yeah. Yeah. Can I have clarification on Knight of Wands, please? Right. Okay. That card, the Six of Swords, is all about moving to calmer waters. This is, again, moving to calmer waters here. Pulling away from the cray-cray in the world and finding a calmer place to be. That will definitely make it easier for you to manifest and do the things that you want to do and feel calm. Feel calm. Yeah, that's like a really strong message. Feel calm. And in that calmness, you're going to create some really nice stuff. Oops. Yeah, I don't remember if there was much of anything else in this. It was mostly like focusing on the circus with this big Ferris wheel. Okay, 2 more clarification cards and we'll wrap this up. Clarification for the collective, please. And then you have justice, so the scales will be balanced. And maybe perhaps there's some sort of legal matter or something that felt unjust, or maybe it's just, yeah, that's what it is. This is like, this is bringing justice to yourself. Bringing justice to yourself, it does mean better self-talk. It means being kind to yourself. Bring justice to yourself. Sometimes we give and give and give to other people, and then we forget we need to give to ourselves first. You know, so your cups are overflowing, and then when you do give, it's not depleting you. Remember that. Really important to render justice to yourself. Then it renders justice to all your relationships. The sword always reminds me that, you know, cutting away things that don't belong anymore, too. And sometimes we have to do that so we can move to these calmer waters. Yeah, yeah. Okay, the last card. Let's see what we got. Knight of Swords. Someone coming in fast. Some message coming in fast. There was a message coming in here too. Knight of Wands. Yep. Okay. So sometimes people have a hard time. I need to get more clarification on that. I'm going to have to draw one from this other deck. I don't have clarification on the Knight of Swords, please. Sometimes people don't want to let us go. They were used to things being a certain way, or maybe some of our bad habits crop back in. But this is coming in fast, so just be aware. Sometimes people want to disturb our peace on purpose, or they just do it because they're on automatic, and that's just how they operate. I don't know. So let's see if we can get clarification on this Knight of Swords real fast. Yep, there it is again. Okay, judgment, your calling. So ignore all the nonsense. Go for your calling. Figure out what that is. Go inside when you need to, get perspective, pull back, and find your calling. Find what really means something to you, what you really love, what makes you feel loved, what brings out the best in you. You know, take the time to find out what you love and to love yourself. Figure out your calling. So I think that's pretty clear. We're starting to repeat ourselves now. So anyway, thank you for being here. This is Zollar Tarot. If you enjoyed this reading and you enjoy what I do with the reading and the drawing and everything, please go ahead and like and subscribe because it helps my channel grow. And if you subscribe, then you'll be notified when I have more readings posted. So thank you for being here. Much love to you, and I hope you have a really fantastic day. Goodbye.